Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, today we got another real-life location map and one which is classy as heck. I tell you, this is gonna be an outstanding year if we continue with maps of this sort of quality. Now, there is one grumble that you'll see throughout the map on this one, which makes me wonder whether or not, knowing the class of the creator, whether or not this is down to me or whether it's down to mod settings, but I have tried restarting the map several times with different ways of playing the map, and each time I've ended up with the same issue. So I've got to rate it as I find it. I have to assume that it's going to be the same for everybody, but if that's wrong and I'm hard doing the creator, that I'm sorry, but I can't do any more than try. As a creator, we've done 3 times in the past, more about that a little bit later, but lots of ongoing good standards. That's all I can say about that. But before we get on with the review, yes, it's time for a daily reminder. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Three Forks Mass Transit, just joking you, Montana, by djoe. Three Forks MT, I guess, strictly speaking. There's your start square. No mass transit required today. There's your start square. That looks very, very enticing. Thank you. Your terrain heights taken from the real life location and look very, very enticing. Thank you. The resources, a little bit of field painting here and there, but it's definitely going to work if you want to play just a regular style game. You can get away with that one. And then if you've got Sunset Harbour, you want to do some fishing, there's some salmon and anchovies in those rivers. Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, a few bits and pieces. It's not the world's longest list, but it's not a short one. It's definitely one for those that are into the game and have got a little bit of power in their system. But again, it's not the world's biggest thing. Nicely written description with all of the information that you're ever going to need, including links to a few mods that you don't strictly need, but are good suggestions, like Move It and stuff, you know. Here's that one-click collection. We'll be using the Three Forks theme, which is based on Coos Bay. Again, lovely. Seen a lot of that. Arrowhead and Britannia. And we'll be using the Laviante LUT as well. Railway Replacer mod is there as well. Theme Mixer 2 for the theme mix and so forth. And also procedural objects are in as well. You can tell by the little road sign there. And a few things for the procedural objects mod as well, but not too many. There you go. See, I've got them all. I'm putting that out. I've got them all because we're going to see one tiny little procedural objects glitch as well fairly early on in the flyover. And you can see that what more can I do? Okay, we've done them 3 times in the past, djoe. Episode 935, 1265 and 1376. Where they got 12 stars, and for some reason I was feeling a bit tight that day, 11 stars on the last review. Today's map, I would say, is the best of their bunch so far. This is like peaking. And the major scores, you'll see why I've had to dot points. You'll see. But it's not anything that won't take a few seconds of fixing, and I encourage anybody who likes this map to jump in and play it straight away. Now, procedural objects, we have the road sign here. We've just got a little bit of floating. Now, something's missing here, or it appears to be missing here. And it's not the only case. It seems to be wherever those... Oh, and also loving the intersection lined markings on this map as well. These are right on point, as are the junctions and the no controller work. There is a lot of good work. There's always good work to talk about, and quite often I don't talk about it enough. There's something for me to work on during the year. But yeah, we've got another procedural object sign over here as well. And again, if you don't have procedural objects, just these won't appear. Your map will still be fine. And then, yeah, it's beautifully done. But yeah, with procedural objects, because we've got all these street signs, highway signs, and done so well, you kind of want to have procedural objects. But yeah, if you don't have procedural objects, the map will load fine. You'll just be missing the bits that are involving that mod. So don't worry about it. You don't break a sweat. Everything's going to be fine, mostly. But anyway, yes, really good again. Another one of those signs on the left there with the slightly floaty bit that I'm not going to show you anymore. There's no point there. But that's not the reason why I'm docking points on today's map. You'll see why. When we get to it, you'll see and you go, yeah, okay, that's got to be the prop anarchy. Yeah, prop settings of some description. Well, what I did was I actually tried loading this map with the original prop and tree anarchy, having seen the problem that I've got with the map. And of course you need the EML for the unlimited tree mod, and there are a lot of trees on this map as well, so tree anarchy is needed. So you can't use prop and tree anarchy, so I've used prop anarchy, and yes, I have checked the little radio button for prop snapping, and so I've done that as well, and I've restarted the game with that checked. There's nothing I could do that would fix the little problems. Here's the first of those little problems, and there are a few of them, like this one, where we have these blocks just pushing up slightly from the underside. Now, I'm absolutely certain on djoe's game these weren't showing like that. There's no way they would have uploaded the map. You can see a couple of drowned trees in the background there as well. But yeah, there's no way they uploaded it looking like that. Also, pillar in the middle of the river. I think probably pillars on either side of the river would have been a little bit better. Again, minor talking points there. But yes, you'll see a lot of this across the map. And again, how hard is it to fix this? If you like this map, then this little level of inconvenience is not going to put you off. But there are a multi... Here's another one of these floaty sign things with the procedural objects. But yeah, there's nothing here that's going to put you off playing the game. Now, I do believe we're in the start square area now. So, nice looking intersection. Nice little water treatment area in place, some nice fields, some nice rivers. In fact, if you're into your water feature areas, this is a lovely map, a really lovely map. It's a combination of, having had a quick look at the real life map, again, more of the same going on there. The area is a mash of three rivers all coming together, and it's I can't remember what they are now. Was it the Jefferson? This is from memory. When I looked at this was a day and a half ago. So this is was it the Jefferson? The no, it's gone. It's gone. Oh, my poor head. Things seep out. I wanted to say the Mississippi, but it might be the Missouri. More drowned trees there. Anyway, beside the point. What we have is if you ignore it's a real life location and you want to do a nice build on it, then what you've got is a very nice map with some very interesting rivers. And if you want to play a real life location, then you have got a very nice real life location. Now, in real terms, in real life, this isn't exactly the most developed part of the United States, and so we've got a fairly small town, and in fact today's factoid, I'll cover that in a bit more detail. So yeah, factoids, because factoids will be about the actual town of Three Forks. Down here, what was it, City of Three Forks, I guess. And then yeah, we got more of the slightly glitchy, not quite at road level. I don't know what's causing that one. Believe me, I tried. There's a limit to the amount of times I can try to fix things on a daily show, and if things don't quite work out after about the third or fourth restart, it's just got to be done as found, and it's as I found it here. The rail's very nice on the map, again based on the real life location. It should be. There's one very small part of this line, you may or may not spot it. Again, if you don't spot it, then it shows how minor it is. But I'm liking the way the bridges are done there, by the way. Very neatly. Yeah, there's one little part where there is a slight gradient that is noticeable to the naked eye, but it is very slight, and it's fine. It's fine. On a Cities Skylines map, it's absolutely fine. I mean, it wouldn't affect things anyway. And you've got to have a trained eye. And because I've seen so many eyes, I've seen so many eyes. BonBonC is who I should be, with an S. But what we've got is it's a fabulous layout and a fabulous map. Fabulous part of the world, really good theme mix as well. There's so many boxes that have been ticked here. djoe has, like I say, they've excelled by their own standards, and other than those little, thank you, honk, other than those glitchy bits and pieces here and there, which again are really easy to fix, there's no real issues with the map at all. Nothing. And it's down to personal taste. Do you like it? And if you like it, subscribe to it. Make sure you hit the like button when you subscribe to it, and then just play and have a fun build, because this map's got fun build written right the way through it, I feel. Then round the bend here, I think this was the area I saw a little dip in the rail. I'm not entirely certain now. It might have been an optical delusion, but yes, it's one of those that is very good. Very good. Heading off towards the edge of the map now, so we'll take a brief intermission. We'll come back and check for the shipping, if there is any shipping, right after this message. So back to Three Forks mass transit. I can't resist, I'm sorry. Three Forks, Montana by djoe. No shipping routes, quite right too. And a very nice air route. If you've got the new airports DLC, you've got a very flat map here. Why not put in a whopping airport? Could be a lot of fun. I think so anyway. So yes, we have air routes. But the question is, with all this water, is it actually going to work for a standard Cities Skylines? Top down, pump and draw. Well, we've got 3 lakes. Well, there you go. 3 lakes, pump into one, draw from the other, or just use the pre-built infrastructure that you've got in there as well. So that's all good. Or, alternatively, you have the river over here. The river, which you can see just clips through the start square. And there's a little bit of motion there as well. So, I mean, which option do you want to roll with? Which option? So many options. Look at this rivers. This is fantabulous. djoe, you've absolutely made my week with this one. It's brilliant. We've got some nice fields, again, with the theme mix we've got. Very nice field painting, and a few orchards or whatever going down there. Fairly basic, but still absolutely adequate. No issue there. Then we have the classic American circular farms, which, yeah, took me a while to work out how they worked. And then once I thought, oh, that's clever. When you've got all that room, then a little bit of wasted space around the outside doesn't matter that much, does it? This little area over here, was that maybe a quarry in real life, maybe? If not, would it be a good quarry? I think it probably would be. Liking the forests. They fit really very nicely with the map indeed. If anything, they could be slightly more polished, and not one that I'm not worried about on this particular map, the way that it's been done. I mean, absolutely on point for what we've got here. But possibly there is another level to go to if djoe ever wanted to push to that level. Liking the hills as well. I guess I know they're just taken from the terrain and they're just moved out a bit. But I think they work. Again, very light on foliage up here, but you're not going to be building up here. So there's not really that much of a worry for making it beautified to that level. Now, okay, let's pick out just a few of these talking points. First of all, yes, we have got a few of these glitchy bits. We've got a few drowned trees as well. The drowned trees are more so, actually, than the glitchy bits, because they would have been there anyway. We've got great foliage work away from the forests as well, with the old river reeds and grasses looking very nice there. 1 or 2 more drowned trees over here as well. It's not as many as I'm making it. Another one over there. Not as many as I'm making it out there is, though. Again, a few more of these issues that, again, may be down to me, but I can only rate what I find. And where I thought I would find some blue mantle, there wasn't any, so a little bit of credit for that as well. I thought that was going to be a disaster. One thing that jumped out, I don't normally notice this one, so it jumps out on this particular map, is the edges of the roads along here. I know it's a theming issue, and it's just one of those things, but it happened to really pop for me on this map. Does that actually add something to the map? It kind of fits with the map. It all kind of, the whole aesthetic comes together, even with that. But yes, I normally would grumble a bit more about that little thing there. Anyway, we got time for an asset of the day back into the start square. This one is the Faro Castillo del Morro by Modocero, and it's a lighthouse. I had to review this one. I had to do this one. It's got a little spike on the top as well, for if you've got lots of notes and bills and whatever, you can spike them onto the top of your lighthouse, come back for them later. Your electricity bill for the light, you know? Factoids! Why not? Because factoids. According to the United States Census Bureau, the city of Three Forks has a total area of 1.5 square miles. It's a city, apparently. Which is 3.88 square kilometres, of which 1.44 square miles is land and 0.06 square miles is water. As of the census in 2010, there were 1,869 people, which was 785 households and 524 families residing in the city. Faro Castillo del Morro by Modocero. This is a stone lighthouse. Stone me. Stone me. So now I'm thinking of Jehovah. Oh hell. Are you still here? Good. Your chance to vote on the map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Excuse me. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right hand corner of your screen, or the link in the description. We'll take you to the voting page where you can vote for free. Free! Don't get much for free these days. I'll give you my ratings for free though. Aesthetically, I was on the edge about losing a little bit for those road edgings, but I'm looking at the map as a whole and I think it just fits with the overall aesthetics of the map. Normally I would probably be bothered by it more, but I'm going to go 5 stars on this one. Detailing. Look, it's clearly a very strong 4-star map, and the issues that I'm seeing may be down to me, maybe, but I can only rate what I found, and I've tried to fix it in 3 or 4 restarts. So I'm going to go 4 stars, but because there are so many little things, I'm going to go at the right at the bottom end of 4 stars. It's probably deserving more. Gameplay, because I'd have to fix all of those little things, that's going to distract very slightly for me. Otherwise, I would have gone 5 stars for gameplay. I'm going to go for a very high 4 stars. So yes, this is a map that's just been butchered by the glitching and a few trees in the rivers, of course, as well. Gets a BonBonB seal of approval because removing a few trees from the rivers, which I'm happy to do, and aligning a few of the props and whatever, and of course procedural objects had that little thing going on as well. But mostly, excellent work. djoe, put yourself into the Premier Division. Yeah, right up there with the very best. Not half, my friend, not half. Anyway, if you're still here, you're part of the 20 and out elite. Use that words of the day in the comments. Score yourself some population points just for fun. I'll be back tomorrow with the Patreon voted map. I wonder what they've gone for this week. Could be a good one.